Hey guys, okay, just gonna do a quick video I think on this Bobcat T450 today. I'm gonna be replacing the AC belt. There it is right there. So what happened a few months back in the winter, the drive belt blew. The drive belt's behind here, and so I had to replace that. And according to the service manual, you actually have to cut the AC belt because it's one of those one-time use. Like once you put it on, you pretty much have to cut it to get it off, or you have to have this special tool here, which I didn't have at the time. So anyway, long story short, I cut the belt, the AC belt off in order to get the drive belt on, which was no problem. But I could have used this, but again, Bobcat doesn't recommend you reusing an AC belt because I don't know, it stretches it or something, whatever, probably a bunch of crap. But you could use this tool to remove it. So this is Lyle 59370, basically just a belt removal and installation tool. So we're going to use it today to install the belt. So yeah, and there's a part number of the belt for a Bobcat T450. First thing we're going to do is we got to lift the cab, and I'm doing this the way the service manual says to do it. I'm sure there's a couple other ways, but we're going to lift the cab. So first thing we're going to do is loosen those two bolts right there and right there. I don't know where they're there. They're down in there, just to lift the cab up. So we'll do that now. Okay, so got that opened up. And you can see there's, hopefully you can see there, right there is the lower pulley for the AC. So that's running off the, so there's the belt that comes from the crankshaft of the motor, and it's on the same pulley as the AC. So the crankshaft of the motor turns this hydraulic unit here for power, also turns the AC. And then there's the AC compressor right there. And it's obviously got the clutch, so it just freewheels right now. So the only thing we gotta do is we gotta go to the back, we gotta take that cover off of the main drive to access the nut on the flywheel. It's not one of the flywheel nuts, it's the main nut on the crankshaft here. Okay, so there's one 13 mil bolt here you gotta loosen. Take it out. And when you do that, the other pieces are just on little hex bolts, and they just kind of, so basically the bolt sticks out, you'll see, and then it just slides on. Okay, I'm gonna try to show you guys this the best I can. So basically, back in the front of the engine under the cab here, we're gonna put the belt onto the compressor. Okay, make sure it's in the grooves there. As you can see, it's freewheeling nicely. And then just kind of bring it around the back, but start it on the pulley there. I'll just hold it right there right now. I'm gonna grab the tool. Obviously make sure it says install out, and it's magnetic, so put it on the wheel like that, and actually slide it down to about that position there, like so. Oh, maybe a little further, like that. So basically I've got a little bit of tension started on the belt, and you can see the position of the tool there. So it's, and I've got this belt right here ready in the grooves, ready to go on. My top one, you can see there, is lined up. So what we're going to do is we're going to crank the engine this way. So that would be clockwise when you're talking about an engine. And what'll happen is as this tool moves around the wheel, it'll force this belt, because of this wedge right here, onto the pulley. So I'm going to actually leave the camera here so you guys can see that process, and all I'm doing is turning the flywheel. So let me set this up and then I'll start turning it. Okay, so I've got the camera set up there in a place that I can hardly see myself, and the audio is probably bad, but I took the mic off to get it in there. So I'm gonna start cranking the engine and you'll see the belt go on. And I mean, it really stretches the belt to the point where you think it might break, but it won't. And it's really hard to turn, but I am just turning it by hand. And there, it's on. And then you'll see the tool coming around there. And there we go. We just remove the install tool and our belt is on, and it's in the grooves. It's in the right grooves. It's probably the most important thing. And we're good to go. Okay, before I end this video, like hopefully that helped you guys out. You can see the belt is on back there. So I just rotated this by hand because I didn't see the crankshaft pulley bolt in there, and there isn't one, but there is one on the other side, which I forgot because this engine has got the pulleys on this side too. So it says turn the crankshaft pulley bolt, and that's that bolt right there. So you can turn it clockwise and that'll rotate this like I was doing by hand. So you can do it either way. And yeah, that's that. So we'll just fire it up, make sure the AC works and all that, and then we'll get these covers put back on. And we're mowing today.